All right. Hello, everyone. So for today's session, we are going to learn about speaking part 1. Any one of you has taken IELTS before?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, Bang.
Okay. Do you want me to explain a little bit about the rule for speaking part 1, or we just go straight forward to the question and we'll discuss the feedback later. Jadi mau kita belajar sedikit tentang seperti apa itu speaking part 1 atau sambil berjalan saja? Teman-teman lebih nyaman seperti apa?
Sambil berjalan juga boleh, Bang.
Iya, biar lebih efektif ya. Nanti saya tanya, teman-teman
Iya.
jawab, langsung saya kasih, setelah itu saya langsung kasih feedback aja begitu ya.
Boleh.
Oke. Oke. Who wants to be the volunteer first? Oke. Kalau tidak ada yang mau, saya lihat dari layar di sini saja. So we have got 5 participants. We'll start with Kak Aisyah because she's the first coming in the screen. Okay, Kak Aisyah, how are you doing?
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. How are you doing today?
Well, it's not really good, but I try to keep doing
All right.
nothing today because it's my weekdays, right? So I get I'm Coach Potato this day.
All right. Okay, so just chilling today.
How about you, guys? Mm-hmm.
I'm doing great, thanks. I'll find the question for you. As I saw in the Google form, you have taken IELTS test and the score was 6 or 6.5. Am I correct?
6.5.
Oh,
Yes.
I think the score is quite good.
Yeah, it's quite good, but it's not what is it? It's not that good, so I can use it to
Okay.
get into my dream school.
Okay. Which university you plan to apply?
I plan to apply at the same university as Kak Rizky did. I mean, Columbia University.
Okay. Is it in the same major?
No, different major.
Okay, same uni but different major. Does it require 7?
Yes, it's 7. The minimum requirement is 7.
So no more than, no less than 6 or 6.5 for each part.
Well, it doesn't mention about it, but as it's only overall band is 7.
Overall band 7. All right. Okay. What is the strengths and weakness of your IELTS?
Well, it quite depend on the topics actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when the reading passage is something that I really know or I've been read it ever, so I quite good at doing the questions to answer it. I mean, like, yeah, it's easy. But when it comes to the topic that I never heard or I never encountered, like perhaps engineer and what is it? I mean, there are
what is your background?
My background is education, biology education.
Biology education. Okay, so when the passage is related to biology, it's easy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But when it comes to like a social, like, you know, sometimes psychology or
Mm.
like engineer, then I couldn't manage to answer all the question easily.
Okay.
And also when it comes to writing task, what is it? Yeah, I mean, it's depend on the topic, both of the section. Like when listening, I couldn't manage to know the vocabulary if it's something that I never, what is it? Never, I mean, I
Experience.
never know about that, such as, yeah, like
Mm.
how the coffee machine works.
Ah,
I
yeah.
don't know. And there are like, some strange vocabulary over there.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, I had some experience the same as you,
Mhm.
but the thing is, first berharap tidak muncul soal seperti itu. Second is and lucky me, I have never got the question that is unrelated with my background. So yeah,
Oh, really? What's your background anyway?
public policy, so it's basically related to government studies, kebijakan
Oh,
publik.
good.
Jadi
Kebijakan
pertama
publik.
itu, the second is there are some strategies to deal with those type of questions, but we'll learn that it's more technical, so we'll learn it more later. So let's talk about family and housework.
Family and housework. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's easy for you.
No way.
Let's
So anyway,
okay. How many people are there in your family?
well, actually, my family is a nuclear family where it consists only my parents and me as the older siblings and my sister.
Okay. Who do you get on best within your family?
I'm sorry, Kak, I couldn't hear you.
Who do you get on best within your family?
I couldn't really know what's being asked here, but I can guess that what I get on that it
So
best.
the family member that is most closely to your.
Oh, I see. So of course, I'm really close. I'm really being close with my mom's because she's the best listener for every story I told her, like from the good one till the bad one. She always listen whatever I throw at her, and she always um give the nice feedback for me, never drag me down or say a bad thing about me. So it's kind of some that I felt. I feel gratitude over that situation.
Okay. Why is family important to you?
It's really important because we share the same blood. We share the same, experience. We share the same, perhaps pain, happiness, and whatnot. We share all together, and it's really precious to have them to share whatever we have, whatever we are going through, because they always there to support us. So that's why the family is really essential to me.
Okay. Do you do housework at home?
Well, since I'm not was it? I'm not I never do some housework because perhaps just a bit in a weekend if I have time or if I want to, type of that.
Okay. So, did you do housework when you were a child?
Um, I would say that I forgot about my childhood, but if I'm not mistaken, when I was child, I used to, was it, to help my mom to, sweep the floor, and I, was it, do some ironing the laundries, and yes, such courses. No, course. How do you mention
Chores.
chores? Yes, chores to help my mom.
All right.
That's all.
Okay. The last question. Do you
Mhm.
think that children should do housework?
Well, I think it's depend on their ages. Like when they are very early, it's really good for them to have some a stimuli um because they are still in their age, golden age for their development, like I don't know, motoric skill. So you can just make them learn how to do this, how to do that, even though not having a perfect result, but they at least they try to do that, and I think it's really good for the children.
All right. Thank you. That's the end of
Yes.
part 1 session.
Okay.
Kalau saya bilang Kak Ais ini sudah lancar. Maksudnya sudah, karena memang sudah pernah tes kan. Saya masuk ke detailnya. Pertanyaan nomor 1 bagus. Jadi teman-teman ada vocab yang bagus itu nuclear family tadi seperti yang Kak Aisyah mention. Kalau di keluarga itu cuman ada keluarga inti seperti bapak, mama dan anak, itu nuclear family. Otherwise kalau tulis ini nuclear family. Kalau di keluarga itu tinggal sama om, tante, atau opa, oma itu pakai extended family. Jadi I come from extended family or I'm from nuclear family, kayak gitu-gitu. Itu vocab yang bagus, tadi Kak Aisyah mention. Nomor 2, yang paling dekat dengan keluarga, jawabnya ibu, dan ibu pendengar yang baik, tidak pernah mengatakan hal-hal yang buruk, itu sudah menjawab. Dan sesuai, saya tidak notice ada tenses yang miss juga di situ. Terus important, bagus. Tadi yang pertanyaan terakhir, ketiga, itu apakah keluarga itu penting? Itu bagus. Pakai esensial juga, jadi important bisa paraphrase dengan esensial. Jadi salah satu tips yang dianjurkan itu adalah paraphrase dalam speaking. Bukan saya speaking, tapi writing juga. Misalkan kalau ditanya, do you think family is important? Yes, family is really essential for me. Ya, jadi ganti. Importantnya ganti. Esensial, krusial, kayak gitu. Terus, tadi bagus. Maksudnya Kak Aisyah sudah paraphrase. Terus, do you do housework at home? Jadi, bagus juga, jujur. Tidak pernah, jarang. Tapi tadi Kak Aisyah bilang tidak pernah. Terus, apa? Maksudnya alasannya kenapa tidak pernah? Karena memang ada pembantu, atau have you got housemate at home, or what's the reason you've never done housework at home? Tadi saya tidak dapat alasannya.
Yeah, I should mention it to elaborate more about why I never did. Yeah, I missed.
Sebenarnya tidak harus sih, tapi untuk membuat
Yeah, make it longer a bit.
sedikit. Kalau speaking part 1 itu kan jawab terus kasih elaborasinya
Satu dua
sedikit
kalimat
gitu. Kalau
mungkin.
part 3 baru. Kalau part 3 kan harus jawab dulu, terus kasih alasan, kasih contoh. Tapi kalau part 1 dikasih alasan sedikit, itu cukup kayak gitu. Nah itu yang tadi kurang.
Thank you, Kak.
Kasih alasan. Oke, tapi untuk menutupinya bagus juga di situ sedikit, nanti di pertanyaan lain kalau memang lebih familiar, lebih merasa bisa menjawab, nanti dipanjangin di pertanyaan. Itu juga bisa, begitu. Juga bisa salah satu tips. Seperti itu. Karena kalau misal, biasanya 4-5 pertanyaan di part 1, tetapi kalau kita jawabnya cenderung pendek, nanti dikasih topik yang lain. Misalkan tadi kan tentang family dan housework, pekerjaan rumah. Tapi kalau kita jawabnya sedikit lebih pendek dan waktunya masih ada, itu nanti dikasih topik lain, misalkan hobi atau free time, kegiatan-kegiatan yang dilakukan pada saat waktu luang kayak begitu. Oke. Terus, nah tadi bagus. Sewaktu masih kecil pernah lakukan pekerjaan rumah apa? Pakai kata used to tadi, kayak gitu. Jadi ingat kalau ngomong masa lampau pakai I used to, bla bla bla. Ini kata vocab yang bagus. Terus I used to sweep the floor, do laundries, ironing. Jadi bagus itu. Ide-idenya masuk. Karena kadang kita lost idea juga kalau sedang ini speaking kayak gitu. Walaupun kita vocabnya bagus, tapi kadang idenya tidak masuk begitu. Jadi harus berimbang dua-duanya, sama-sama jalan. Seperti itu. Terus pertanyaan terakhir yang saya kurang dapat. Jadi pertanyaan terakhir tadi, apakah anak-anak itu harus belajar pekerjaan rumah begitu? Tadi bilang it depends. It depends. Hati-hati, it depends. Ya. Kalau it depends, kayak gitu. Jadi kalau
Kak, iya ya.
Ya ini yang sering kita lupa begitu. Sebenarnya sudah tahu tapi sering lupa. Jadi kalau he, she, it, verb plus s. Jadi itu. Jadi kalau bisa ini ya, sambil lihat di chat. He, she, it itu verbnya ditambah s begitu. Kecuali dia past tense atau tenses yang lain. Kalau present tense pakai ditambah s. Terus, nah, pertanyaan terakhir tadi yang saya merasa agak go around begitu, agak kemana-mana menjawabnya. Tadi maksudnya jawabnya seperti apa? Saya kurang nangkap.
Yang anak kecil itu ya, yang harus
belajar
belajar pekerjaan rumah itu. Itu sebenarnya kan bagus-bagus aja untuk melatih motoriknya mereka, itu poinnya sebenarnya. Cuma
ya, tapi
bingung bahasakannya gimana
agak
gitu.
abstrak sih. Mungkin bagusnya kalau saya jadi Kais ya, saya bilang itu sangat bagus bagi mereka. Contohnya ketika mereka dikasih tanggung jawab untuk misalkan menyapu rumah. Itu secara tidak langsung melatih mereka untuk bertanggung jawab terhadap diri sendiri, yang mana akan bermanfaat ketika mereka misalkan sudah sekolah atau bekerja, mereka juga they are responsible to whatever they do in their life kayak gitu. Dia langsung kasih contoh yang lebih make sense ketimbang menjelaskan yang kayak misalnya motorik, tapi motoriknya contohnya seperti apa? Maksudnya lebih bagus lah kalau lebih real begitu. Itu sih. Oke. Tapi penjelasannya sudah masuk sih, cuman kurang to the point begitu. Gitu.
I see, ya.
Oke. Itu sih, tapi overall it was good performance.
Oke, thank you, Kak.
Oke. Let's go further to Kak Grace here. I've got Kak Grace. Okay, Kak Grace. I forgot you mentioned about your background. Oh, Bibli. Bibli, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What's your responsibilities there actually?
I'm working as merchandising officer in Blibli.com.
Okay.
It means like to monitor the data daily and make solution for like actually I'm working in especially for consumer goods department. So there are so many stocks that will be near expired. So it's my responsibility to think the solution how to handle the products.
Okay, so before the products are expired, you need to think the solution, what to do with all the stocks, like probably offer some discount or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, if they are going to be near expired, like 6 months to go to the expired date, I will offer it with discounts.
So beside discounts, what do usually you do?
Mostly I make a promo, but the other side I can make
So just let's say,
it's mostly just the promo for it.
or just let's say if you have offered the discount about 10%, but in fact it's not sold. So do you offer the another discount for like 20 or 30%, or you just stay in the 10% discount?
Actually, if they are going to be 1 month to go to the expire date, we will go to the other solution, which is offering it to be sales offline sales.
All right. Okay. All right. See. Okay. What's actually the main reason you joined this activity?
Because I know I'm not really good at speaking English, and yeah, I want to increase my my English skill from this activity.
Okay.
Because I want to learn something in this year.
Okay.
That is English.
Okay. So besides increasing your English proficiency, any other goal that you want to achieve, like probably going abroad, traveling abroad, or whatever?
Yeah, actually, my dream is one day I can go abroad. Just a simple thing. I want to live abroad. Yeah, at least 1 month. But if God wants me to live longer, yeah, I want. I really want to do it.
Okay. Which countries are more interesting for you so far?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay. All right. Is it because of the natural views or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I ever met a foreigner, and they are from New Zealand, and from their talking, I think New Zealand is a great country to live in.
Okay, it's a safe country as well. Okay, thanks for the introduction. Let's talk about books and television. Oke. Jadi kalau speaking part 1 di IELTS itu seputaran apa namanya? Kehidupan sehari-hari lah. Tentang buku, film, TV, hobi, kayak seperti itu. Kadang ada juga topik-topik yang unfamiliar, misalkan tanaman organik, anorganik, tapi itu jarang sih. Tapi nanti kita lebih fokus ke yang apa namanya? Pertanyaan-pertanyaan umum dulu. Oke? Karena yang sebagian besar muncul adalah pertanyaan-pertanyaan umum seperti ini. Oke. So, do you like watching TV?
Yeah, but actually it's specific to be watching movies, not television like sinetron or what.
Okay. Hold on a second because I need to make a note to give you feedback later on.
Okay.
So, how often do you watch movie? Because you mentioned watching movie, not television the most.
It's like 3 times a week. Because for one movie we should take usually 1 hour or maybe more than that, because yeah, it's a movie, right? So need more time to watch it once.
All right. What kind of movie do you like to watch?
I like to watch thriller, fantasy, science fiction genre for movie.
Okay. In terms of television, besides movie, what are the most popular TV shows in your country?
I think it's like gossip TV shows.
All right. What kind of that?
Right. Like insert, but it is not a gossip, right? Like pagi-pagi happy or brownies. Yeah, because people who watch the movie in Indonesia is housewife. So yeah, the gossip TV show is more popular in Indonesia.
Okay. So let's talk about books. How often do you read?
I seldom read a book.
Why is that?
Because in this era we can watch YouTube or Insta Story or TikTok. It's more interesting, right, than reading a book. So yeah, and actually, my method to study is visions and audio.
All right.
From vision and audio. So I love something that colorful. So I choose to even like when I studied in my high school or in my university, I chose to watching YouTube than reading a book. and it's also I can do it multitask when I in a car. I can hear from radio about some news, then I
Yeah,
read
that makes sense.
newspaper.
Okay. Yeah, most of the questions are related to books. So let's talk about internet. Has the internet affected your viewing habits?
Viewing.
Yeah, viewing, seeing. So you got the point?
No, not yet. Can you explain the question?
Yeah, basically the question asks whether how the internet affect what you watch in everyday's life, what you see or what you watch.
Yeah, I try to answer it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely internet affect to my life because from internet we can see the world globally. We can know about the other countries news, what is going on in their country. So yeah, we can know everything from internet. And from internet we also get so many ideas, like in my for my work I can also research from internet. So yeah, it will give so many new ideas to my work.
Okay, all right. Thank you. That's the end of part 1. Kita start dari awal ya. Watching movie. Do you like watching movie? Tapi tadi jawabnya tidak karena sebagian besar nonton film ya. Oke. Menjawab, grammar masuk. How often do you watch movie? 3 times in a week. Menjawab. Jadi overall Kak Grace menjawab, cuman ada satu tadi yang viewing itu yang miss understand the question, tapi nanti kita ke situ. Tapi overall yang paling ke notice dari Kak Grace itu subjek dan verbnya itu subjeknya selalu hilang. Contoh tadi langsung bilang definitely affect. Jadi harusnya it definitely affects. Jadi pakai it affects. Jadi pakai he, she, it, verb s. Kalimat dalam bahasa Inggris itu intinya harus ada subjek dan verb. Begitu. Nah, verb ini kan bisa terbentuk dari banyak cara. Begitu. Salah satunya verb langsung yang seperti menonton, mencuci, kata kerja yang langsung. Kalau verb itu juga bisa terbentuk misalkan I am beautiful. Jadi terbentuk dari to be dan kata sifat. Bisa juga to be dan noun. Jadi tapi paling banyak to be dan kata sifat. She is Georgios. Jadi apa namanya? Orang itu baik, seperti itu. Itu yang paling ke notice. Jadi apa namanya? Contoh tadi kan it definitely affects, it-nya hilang kan. Terus tadi juga yang pertanyaannya seberapa sering menonton movie kan? 3 times a week. Terus jawabnya karena satu film saja bisa makan waktu sampai beberapa jam ya. Jadi ini Kak Grace bilang needs more time. Harusnya it needs more time. Jadi menonton itu membutuhkan banyak waktu, lebih banyak waktu. Kayak gitu. It needs more time. Hati-hati kayak begitu. Nah, yang paling sering ke notice itu adalah hilang subjek itu. Jadi terus apa namanya, pronoun. Pronoun ini misalkan tadi Kak bilang there is a foreigner New Zealand tadi Kak bilang ya. Oh itu yang perkenalan tadi. Contoh lain yang pas perkenalan di awal Kak bilang pernah bertemu dengan seorang dari New Zealand. Seorang foreigner. Tapi terakhir Kak bilang they bla bla bla. Kalau apa namanya? Seorang itu laki-laki pakai he kayak gitu. Nah, di seputaran itu yang Kak Grace lebih banyak nanti notice untuk lebih concern ke situ. Tapi untuk ide sudah menjawab, tenses menjawab apa namanya sesuai. Cuman yang paling ke notice itu. Terus ini juga yang tadi kan bilang apa namanya tidak suka baca. Yang saya tanya tidak suka baca kenapa? Kak Grace bilang karena lebih suka nonton apa namanya Instastory, TikTok dan lain-lain. Because it's more interesting. They are more interesting. Jadi kan mereka kan jamak. Jadi harus pakai they kayak gitu. Itu yang paling ke notice. They are more interesting gitu. Oke. Itu yang paling ke notice. Terus how often grammar, thriller, fantasy movie, idenya bagus, masuk tadi. Terus I choose to watch, jadi bukan to watching, to harus dengan verb satu kayak gitu. Itu apa aturannya sudah begitu. To verb satu, to watching, to watch. Terus nah yang popular TV shows pagi-pagi kita, oke. Yang terakhir itu, jadi yang terakhir itu sebenarnya pertanyaannya lebih mengarah ke has the internet affected your viewing habits? Viewing itu kan kayak apa namanya? Karena pertanyaan sebelumnya dia berkaitan dengan menonton, jadi kurang lebihnya dia pertanyaan selanjutnya itu dia berkaitan juga seperti itu. Jadi sebetulnya dia mengarah ke internet ini apakah mempengaruhi Kak Grace punya apa namanya cara menonton begitu. Misalkan Kak Grace bisa jawab, dulu saya sering nonton sinetron melalui televisi, movie melalui televisi, tapi dengan perkembangan teknologi dan internet, sekarang saya lebih banyak nonton di Netflix misalkan atau YouTube kayak gitu. Itu dia lebih ke situ karena masih berkaitan dengan menonton. Itu sih. Tadi kan Kak Grace menjelaskan tentang pandangan tentang apa namanya melihat negara-negara lain secara lebih global, ikuti perkembangan news kayak gitu-gitu. Itu sih. Oke. That's it. The feedback from me. Any question, clarification?
Enough, Kak. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Let's go to Kak Husnul. Kak Husnul, are you there?
Hello.
All right, Kak Husnul. Any problem with your cam?
No, but I can't use the background. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait.
At least we can see your face.
Okay, wait.
All right.
I turn on the camera.
Sorry if I'm wrong. are you also from the previous session?
No,
Is
this
it
is
one?
my first time
Okay.
doing this.
Okay, because your face is pretty similar
Similar.
to
Yeah.
someone in the previous session. Okay. Have you introduced yourself previously in the main room? I forgot.
Yes.
So, are you from Riau or
No, I'm from K, but I
K?
live in Papua.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Are you currently working or studying?
I'm working now.
Oh, what kind of job do you do?
I'm a civil servant in the electoral commission in Papua province.
Oh, KPU.
Yes.
Okay. You enjoy the
But
work?
yes, enjoyed it. We just enjoyed. But before we continue to the other section, I don't know, but I want to say that actually I'm not really good in English. It's been a long time since I learned English. So is it okay if later I will mix between Indonesia and English?
Oh, I forgot to tell all participants at first. Jadi karena kita juga berasal dari latar belakang yang berbeda-beda, it's totally fine. During the practice, you wanna mix with Indonesian, it's fine, begitu. Jadi saya juga sengaja mencampur-campur bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Inggris karena ya kita juga sama-sama belajar dan berasal dari kemampuan bahasa Inggris yang berbeda-beda begitu. Jadi it's totally fine. But as far as I see, your English is good. You can speak it fluently. All right.
No.
Okay. Okay. So let me find the topic. Have you taken an IELTS test before?
No, I have not taken the IELTS test.
How about TOEFL or any other
No.
English platform that you have taken before?
I just take English test when I was in a university just for the requirement for the graduation.
Oh, okay. What's the score did you get?
I really forgot about that. It's been a long time. Sorry.
All right. In the Electoral Commission of Papua, what's your responsibilities there?
Okay. In a Electoral Commission of Province Papua, actually, I'm in a technical division, so it's really a division that really bersentuhan to
related to division
related to the society and also the peserta pemilu. I don't know, election candidates maybe.
Yeah.
Election candidates. Yes, like that.
I've heard something about conflict that usually happens in Papua in terms of the election. Have you got any experience about it?
Oh yeah, of course. In Papua, the biggest challenging in election is about the conflict. Maybe I will tell you the conflict that I ever experienced is in 2020 when the election in one of the region in Papua called Yalimo, because of the election, so the people in Yalimo they don't tidak menerima the winner of they don't accept the winner of one of the candidates, so they burn all of most of the city there, and then
Mosque.
they yes.
Okay.
So when I went there, I don't see any building. It's
I didn't see.
burning. I didn't see it. Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't see it. I didn't see a lot of buildings there because it's hangus terbakar.
It's
So
destroyed.
and yeah, it's
Destroyed.
destroyed.
Oh.
Yes, it's destroyed, and so because of that, Yalimo needs more aparat keamanan.
Police officer, something like that.
Yes, police officer from other province, not only from Papua, but we got help from police from Sulawesi, Sumatra, because it's a really big conflict there, because there is perang
Civil war. What's going on? Jaringan kono? Hello, all. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Ya,
Sorry.
iya Kak.
Seems that I lost my connection. So just go ahead, Kak Husnul.
Yeah, that's all.
What's actually the main reason that the loser burn all the mosque in Yali?
Yalimo.
Yalimo, yeah.
Yes,
You
they
are
just
laughing. Is there some? No. Some of them are laughing, so that's why I was asking why you are laughing. Tertawa.
I don't know.
Okay, just go ahead.
Or why they don't accept their I don't know why they don't accept that they are losing, but because actually in election it has a high cost. I mean, they lose so many they lose a lot of money. Maybe it's really because in election it's a really high cost. I don't know how to say that. So yeah, they just don't accept that they are lose to other candidates.
Okay, all right. So thanks for the story. Let's go to the speaking part 1. We are going to talk about lifestyle and work. What do you do in your free time?
Oh, what I do in my free time? Actually, in a week, I have a free time just in 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. For the Saturday, actually, I use the day for helping Papuan children. So I teach Papuan children here. I joined with a community called Papua Hey to teach the children. But it's just in the afternoon, but in the morning, yeah, I just lay on my bed using my phone, and if I have a good mood, maybe I try to clean my room or do something else. But in a Sunday, actually I'm a volunteer too to teach the how to say ibu-ibu here, how to recite the Al-Quran. So I don't really have free time, because in a free time I try to use the free time to something useful. Just
Okay. I think the same question. Has your life changed much in the last year?
Yes, I think, but not really much change. But I can see that my life changed in how I manage time. Before, I'm someone who don't really think that time management is important, but now I just realized that time management is important. So I try to make myself disciplined with the time. So now I try to make a schedule for every time, and I do and what my activity is based on the schedule that I make before. Yeah, I just think that what changed in my life is just about time management in myself, my life.
All right. What would you like to change besides time management in terms of your lifestyle?
What I want to change from my lifestyle beside of time management is uh postpone. How to say menunda?
Postpone?
Postpone, yes. Actually, I have a big problem with time, so I just think that what I want to change in my life is when I postpone time. When I have a task, I usually postpone the task to another time, but it can but it is a wrong activity or wrong decision. So I just think that I need to change that how I usually postpone something.
Okay. In your workplace, do you get on well with your coworkers?
Sure, I get well with my coworkers because we help each other with our task, because I cannot do the task alone, and when I try to get help from my coworkers and they volunteer to help me, and sometimes I help them too. So yeah, I get well with my coworkers. If we have a problem that we can solve it, no, but it's not like big problem, it's just a little problem, and it's not affect our relations in our work environments. Yes.
All right. Last question. Are there good work opportunities in your home country? You got the question?
Good opportunity.
Yeah.
Good opportunity for what? For
work.
work.
Yeah. So
Work.
for job vacancies.
Okay.
Hmm.
I can say that actually there is a good opportunity in my country for looking for a job, just like a civil servant, and because every year the government opened the selection for the civil servant, and yeah, everyone can go to the selection. Beside the civil servant, we can see the government also opened the selection for the police, for the military, and there is on and beside of that, there are a lot of company open the open the selection. I don't know how to say that, the selection to get the employee.
Job opportunities. Company.
Yes,
they provide.
yes. So I think in my country there are a lot of opportunities to get a job.
Ya. Chance bisa kesempatan. Chance,
Yes.
opportunities, or vacancies, lowongan kerja. Kayak begitu.
Vacancy. Oh.
Oke. Alright. I think that's all.
Mm-mm.
Oke, dari pertanyaan pertama ya. What do you do in your free time? Bagus tadi penjelasannya. Jadi menjelaskan saya tuh punya free time cuman di Sabtu dan Minggu. Jadi di Sabtu saya kegiatan ajar anak-anak, di Minggu saya ajar ibu-ibu. Tadi sedikit saja grammarnya in a week or in a weeks. Tadi pakai ya, in a week. Jadi nggak usah
Iya.
pakai s-nya. Dalam 1 minggu, in a week, in a weeks. Terus tadi lupa ibu-ibu. Ibu-ibu bisa pakai housewives aja kalau
Housewife.
ya, ibu rumah tangga kan sebagian besar mereka ibu rumah tangga begitu yang diajar
Iya.
membaca Al-Qur'an atau apa?
Iya.
Oke.
Housewife.
Housewife. Terus yang berikut tadi apakah saya sebentar, kalau saya dapat speaking pertanyaan-pertanyaan begini saya paling senang nih. Jadi dia tanya tuh ada perubahan apa dari dulu ke sekarang? Perubahan dalam hal apa aja? Kayak misalkan ini kan tanyanya tentang tadi lifestyle ya, perubahan lifestyle. Kalau misalkan ditanya perubahan teknologi, perubahan apalagi hobi, perubahan cara berpakaian. Kalau saya selalu mulai dengan it has changed a lot. It has changed substantially, it has changed a lot. Karena itu present perfect tense. Kayak gitu. Jadi nanti bisa masukkan 3 tenses. Yang pertama present perfect tense. It has changed a lot. Terus tadi Kak Husnul kan bilang I don't realize ya time management itu important kayak gitu. Kalau dulu ya kan tadi bilang tapi pakai I don't. Mungkin bisa masuk pakai patternnya Kak Aisyah tadi yang misalkan in the past I didn't realize atau I use, nggak bisa pakai I use tuh, harus pakai I didn't aja. I didn't realize that time management is important, begitu. However, nowadays baru pakai present tense. I'm aware that, saya sadar bahwa managing the time appropriately is really essential for me. Jadi memanage waktu itu sangat penting bagi saya karena bla 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 begitu. Tinggal dielaborasikan lebih lanjut. Jadi situ ada present perfect-nya masuk, past tense-nya masuk, present tense-nya masuk. Jadi 3 tenses itu bisa jadi nilai tambah. Itu sih. Jadi terserah dia mau tanya tentang apa aja. Kalau misalkan hobi bisa bilang dulu saya suka main toys misalkan. Mainan anak-anak kayak gitu. Tapi sekarang saya lebih kalau ngomong hobi misalkan atau menonton. Dulu saya suka nonton program gosip misalkan. Tapi karena saya sudah bekerja, sekarang saya lebih suka nonton misalkan berita misalkan kayak begitu. Politik kayak gitu-gitu. Jadi ada 3 tenses yang masuk itu. Start dengan it has changed a lot or it has changed substantially. In the past pakai past tense, terus however. Nah, however juga ada beberapa kata-kata penghubung yang disarankan di speaking dan writing. Misalkan however untuk membandingkan hal yang satu dengan hal yang lain. Kalau pakai however konteksnya pas di sini yang tadi. Tapi kalau menambah penjelasan bisa pakai additionally. Misalkan dia tanya nanti itu di part 3 sih nanti baru kita pelajari. Oke, itu di speaking part 3. Itu terus. Nah, tadi bagus yang ini nih. Yang apa namanya? Pertanyaan get on well with your coworkers. Kalian langsung jawab sure, I get well, we help each other, bla bla bla. Nah, di speaking part 1 itu langsung kayak misalkan definitely yes, sure kayak gitu-gitu. Nah, itu lebih disarankan. Jawab dulu terus kasih elaborasi sedikit. Kayak gitu. Do you like watching movie? I do. I usually watch bla 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 kayak gitu. Nah, jawab dulu to the point-nya baru dijelaskan kayak gitu. Dielaborasikan lebih lanjut. Itu. Terus ya pertanyaan terakhir bagus. Apa namanya? Work opportunities meskipun ada missing vocabs beberapa ya. Tapi apa namanya bisa menjawab. Jadi ada civil servant, police officers. Jadi military servant. Kalau military saja dia lebih ke adjektif ya. Militer. Jadi military servant kayak gitu. Police officer, civil servant kayak gitu. Itu ini tadi. It's not affect. Tadi kan mau bilang itu tidak mempengaruhi. Jadi kayak apa namanya? Yang pertanyaan tentang get all with coworkers itu kalau nggak salah tadi maksudnya kalau ada yang tidak bisa bekerja kita membantu ya begitu, atau ada yang berhalang kita membantu, tapi it's not a big problem, it's not affect, harusnya it doesn't affect, itu tidak mempengaruhi. Jadi it's not affect, it doesn't affect, itu tidak mempengaruhi kayak gitu, it doesn't affect. Oke, I think that's all the feedback. Ada yang mau ditanyakan? Anything is not clear? You wanna
Berarti kebanyakan kurangnya apa vocabnya?
Kalau mostly tenses dan vocab sih kalau ini. Kalau dari beberapa catatan yang saya ini di sini, tenses dan vocab. Itu sih yang paling notice. Tapi apa namanya? Biasanya part 1 itu kita harus lebih apa ya? Lebih greget lah begitu. Karena yang paling mudah kan. Istilahnya harus bisa jawab semua lah part 1 kayak gitu. Karena part 2 dan part 3 lebih sulit begitu. Part 1 kan pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang sehari-hari. Gitu. Kita harus lebih lancar di part 1. Seperti itu. Oke. Ada lagi Kak? Tosno?
Udah enggak sih.
Oke. Next, let's see. Kak Inaya. Kak Inaya?
Okay, Kak. Yes, I'm here.
All right. Kak Inaya.
Yes.
You get problem with the camera?
Yeah, sir. Camera is getting error.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's totally fine. And what's your background? Sorry, I forgot.
Okay, first, my name is Nur Inayah, and I am a student of Hayron University in Ternate, but I already finished my study. Actually, I graduate on 27 in this month.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
You just graduated from the uni. Is it for undergraduate study?
Bachelor degree.
Okay, bachelor is undergraduate studies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What major did you study?
English department, especially English literature. Yes.
So
English literature.
You must be good.
Yeah,
Because you have studied
I'm trying my
English
best.
literature. Okay. Have you taken
Yeah.
an IELTS or TOEFL or?
Not yet, but in 3 months ago, I follow the test, same a little bit same as TOEFL test because it how to say,
Prediction test?
yeah,
Hmm.
before graduate.
All right. What score did you get?
Yeah. For 40
430?
for 45. I
So-
mean,
445.
yeah, 450
Okay, 450. All right.
and 50.
Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. It's good, I think. Yeah. You know, when the first time I took a TOEFL test, it was just
Yeah.
370, and it was in 2014 or 15. I forgot exactly the year. And it
Yeah.
took about 5 years to study both TOEFL and IELTS, and finally I
Mhm.
got just the minimum requirement, which is 6.5 IELTS for IELTS. That's
But
it.
it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been exhausted. Actually. Yeah. So just keep learning and being consistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So let's talk about actually all the questions are asked. So
Mhm.
trying to find another topic for you.
Okay.
Speaking. What one question? So, just a second. Let's talk about photographs.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
What type of photos do you like taking?
What types? Mm, like sorry.
Like maybe natural views, or you are interested in taking people's photos or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah. Okay. I love photograph a bit, not a bit, but I love to take a picture. Like the name of type is human interest.
Okay.
Yeah, because I love to take photos when someone doing something. For example, when I in the traditional market,
Hmm.
I love to took a picture there, over there.
Okay. What do you usually do with the photos that you take?
The photo I taken.
Hmm?
Sometimes I post on my Instagram. Yeah, on my Instagram, or I show to my friends, and then one of them I how to say print out. Yeah, print out, and yeah.
Okay. Do you like people taking photos of you?
I don't think so,
Hmm.
but sometimes I love when someone take a picture of me, because, but not really love, because when I on the in front of the camera, I getting I don't know how to pose like a model or something like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move to another topic, which is related to bicycles. How popular are bicycles in your hometown?
It's so popular because on Sunday, there is a car-free day in my town, so there are many people go to the car-free day by bicycle, exactly, and it's fun.
Okay. Okay. How often do you ride bicycle?
How often?
So how often do you cycle?
Yeah. In 2016, yeah, in 2016, when I was in Java, I ride bicycle maybe in almost 4 or 5 months every day. Yeah, every day. But after that, when I go back to my town, I seldom ride by bicycle, because I think it's so make me like bored, because I ever ride my bicycle every single day when I was in Java.
Okay. Last question is, do you think that bicycles are suitable for all ages?
Suitable for all ages? Yes, sir.
Okay, why is that?
Because it's when you ride by bicycle, it help. It's like make your health. It's good, and it's better because you're right. You can burn your calories, or I think it's better, and it's help you to be a healthy person. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the feedback.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry for mistake.
No need for sorry. We are here to learn together.
Yeah.
As the picture in our WhatsApp group says that learning IELTS together. So
Yes.
learn together. Okay. Tadi pertanyaan pertama. I love to take human interest. Jadi, for example, when someone is doing something, jadi jangan someone doing something, nanti apanya hilang, apa namanya, to be-nya hilang, tidak jadi verb begitu. Kalau someone doing it, okay. I think you know it, but it's just you forgot it to use it, okay. And then pertanyaan berikut, biasanya buat apa dengan foto-foto yang diambil? Sometimes I post on Instagram, and in some cases I show to other friends. One of them I print out. Oke. Jadi mana ya? Bagus, sudah menjawab pertanyaan, tapi urutannya apa namanya? Kurang kerasa urutannya tuh. Mungkin bisa dibuat lebih menarik, misalkan some of the photos that I've taken I post on Instagram. Additionally, mungkin pakai kata additionally di sini yang pas.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Selanjutnya, kayak kalau bilang, kayak selanjutnya kak bilang, kan stop sebentar setelah ini apa namanya? Setelah bilang, sometimes I post on Instagram, sometimes I show to friends. Jadi kurang apa namanya? Perlu kata gitu, kayak gitu. Additionally.
Yeah.
Terus terakhir baru kau bilang, lastly, I usually print out one of them. Apa begitu?
I got it.
Jadi pakai additional di situ. Baru lastly, biar apa namanya, runutnya kerasa begitu.
Oke.
Jadi lastly itu. Ini tadi yang apa namanya? Do you like people taking photos of you? Idenya Pertaul sudah bagus, jadi bilang I don't think so. Mungkin bisa bilang when someone takes photos of me, sometimes I feel ashamed. Tadi arahnya ke bla bla bla, tapi mungkin maksudnya malu-malu ya.
Iya, saya.
Maksudnya
iya, maksudnya malu kalau bergaya di depan kamera.
And I usually I feel ashamed and I cannot behave properly. Jadi tidak bisa bertingkah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, like a model.
Behave properly like a model or something like that, kayak gitu.
Iya, oke.
Tadi langsung ke model, jadi mungkin kita kurang pas.
Iya.
Cannot behave properly or I feel ashamed, kayak gitu. Terus bikes, it's popular. Famous. Jadi kalau pertanyaannya populer bisa paraphrase dengan kata famous.
Famous.
Biar tidak mengulang kata populer, kayak gitu.
I see.
It's fun. Nah, tadi kakak sudah menjawab, cuman hubungan antar kalimat tuh yang kayak kerasanya kurang menyatu. Contohnya ini.
Iya.
Tadi contohnya ini. Pertanyaannya kan tadi, sebentar. Pertanyaannya, how popular are bicycles in your hometown? It's quite popular. Usually, jangan lupa pakai on Sunday ya, bukan in Sunday. On Sunday,
I see.
Car Free Day program. Car Free Day program. Setelah itu, Kak bisa jelaskan. terakhir kan Kak bilang it's fun. Kak jelaskan terus Kak bilang it's fun. Nah itu kayak
Yeah.
mungkin it's fun because there is a time
Yeah.
for people to keep
Join
to
Car Free Day.
make friends, and apa namanya, hang out together, relax, bla bla bla. Jadi biar nyambung aja. Tiba-tiba langsung it's fun. Jadi saya juga bingung. Oh,
Iya.
jelaskan Car Free Day, tapi tidak menjelaskan tentang bagaimana kegiatan itu jalan. Tiba-tiba langsung it's fun. Kurang.
Yeah. I have no words.
Nah, jadi bisa mungkin begini. Apa namanya? Yes, cycling is quite famous in my hometown. For example, nah biar dia agak runut, jelaskannya pakai for example. For example, there is Kak bisa bilang there is a Car Free Day program provided by the government. Once it usually takes on Sundays, setiap hari Minggu. In that activity, usually most of people go together to cycle and hang out together, relax, get some fresh air. So in that time they usually have fun together, kayak gitu biar agak runut gitu.
Oke.
Sudah menjawab tapi dia menjadi runut yang kurang.
Iya.
How often? Selanjutnya, how often do you cycle? Nah, ini juga sama. How often do you cycle? Start langsung in 2016. Mungkin Kak langsung saja. Misalkan, in the past, I used to cycle 3 times in a week. However, now I don't cycle anymore because blah blah blah. Saya bikin kalimat seperti itu biar Kak mengurangi Kak untuk muter-muter begitu. Tadi kan Kak bilang
soalnya saya bingung Kak mau jelasin. Kalau intinya kan sekarang saya sudah jarang sekali naik sepeda. Cuman di pas waktu 2016 itu yang saya hampir setiap hari naik sepeda, makanya saya mau jelasin. Jadi langsung saya bilangnya di 2016 itu.
Kalau pertanyaannya how often itu kalau langsung bilang in 2016 maksudnya kayak kurang make sense aja. Jadi mungkin langsung pakai in the past aja. Karena pertanyaannya penekanannya seberapa sering kayak begitu.
I see. Iya.
Kecuali pertanyaannya seberapa sering di masa lampau kayak gitu. Baru Kak jelaskan spesifik tahun gitu.
Iya.
Yang terakhir ini pertanyaannya mungkin Kak sedikit misunderstanding questionnya. Jadi pertanyaannya, do you think that bicycles are suitable for all ages? Jadi apakah sepeda itu sesuai untuk masyarakat di semua kelompok umur? Ingat pertanyaannya di semua kelompok umur.
Semua umur.
Kak menjelaskannya di sini bicycle itu bermanfaat untuk kesehatan, untuk untuk burn calories, bla bla bla, untuk keeps fit kayak begitu. Tapi penekanannya di semua umur. Jadi menjawabnya lebih ke misalkan anak-anak tuh cocok nggak bicycle? Orang muda cocok. Orang tua cocok gitu. Mungkin kalau saran Kak jawabnya di sini kalau untuk anak-anak di atas 6 tahun sampai anak muda sampai orang dewasa mungkin itu cocok karena mereka sudah secara secara physically they are able to cycle. Tapi untuk anak-anak di bawah 5 tahun misalkan atau lansia, it's not suitable for them because of their physical condition kayak begitu. Jadi lebih ke umur kayak gitu. Bukan ke kesehatannya begitu. Bisa kaitkan dengan kesehatan, tapi penekanan lebih ke umur.
Ke umur. Oke.
Itu hati-hati karena sebaiknya kalau belum nangkap pertanyaan bisa tadi Kak siapa ya? Kak Aisyah atau siapa tadi? Jadi bisa paraphrase questionnya untuk
Oh, I
klarifikasi
see.
apakah yang kamu maksud seperti ini kayak begitu. Bisa klarifikasi examinernya, penanyanya untuk apakah yang kamu maksud arah pertanyaannya ke sini kayak gitu. Untuk klarifikasi dibandingkan kita
Iya.
salah gitu.
Oke.
Itu poinnya berkurang
Iya,
cukup.
Kak.
Okay, I think that's it. Any question, clarification?
Tidak cukup.
Enough? You sure?
Yeah, enough. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Let's go to the
Thank you, Kak.
last participant, Kak Okto. You've been waiting for a long time, I guess.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Sorry, are you currently working or studying?
Basically, I am currently working now in Batam as a structural engineer.
Structural engineering.
Yes, correct.
What usually you do in terms of your job?
Actually, my aim and responsibility is to ensure the design drawing match with the actual in the fabrication yard.
Oh,
Because I work in the fabrication industry.
okay, I see. So, what's the main reason for you to join this activity?
My main reason, the first one is to practice my English, especially in speaking, because I like in speaking, and also to get some experience to speak with another people in English language.
Okay. So at the moment you want to focus more on speaking. How about writing?
Writing also same. I also like in writing because sometimes I get the idea what to say, but I sometimes the idea is stuck in my head. I cannot translate it into the English.
Okay. Yeah. I used to have the same problem with you as well. So it's okay. All right. Have you taken an IELTS test before?
I've not yet.
Okay. How about TOEFL or any other English test?
Not yet also.
Okay, that's fine. But your English is pretty good. You speak fluently, and yeah, there is no mistake.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. Okay. Let's talk about gifts or presents. Okay. So when do people give gifts or presents in your country?
Basically, our people in country give the presents when the time is when the people or the person in our inner circle have a birthday. When our friends or our parents have a birthday, usually we give them some presents like what they need in their daily life, like clothes, shoes, etc.
Okay, good. Do you ever take a gift when you visit someone in their home?
Pardon me, can you repeat the question?
Do you ever take a gift when you visit someone in their home?
You means I bring some
Yes.
I bring something. Okay. Yeah, of course. I ever go to the someone's places. Let's say my parents,
Okay.
because I study in Bandung, and our parents stay in North Sumatra, Medan. Yeah, when I come back to my hometown, I bring them, like, yeah, in that time I bring them clothes.
Okay. When did you last receive a gift and what was it?
Okay. I got the gift. My last gift is from my wife. It's on my birthday in last year. My wife give me smartwatch, and I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Because it's very useful to me, and because I also enjoy some workout, and the smartwatch can help me to do the workout.
Okay. Let's talk about another topic, which is games. What games are popular in your country?
The most popular games in my country, I think it's Mobile Legends. It is the online game. It can be played in mobile and also in the personal computer.
Okay. Do you play any games?
Yes, of course. I usually play Pro Evolution Soccer, or PIS, in my laptop. I usually play games when I have my free time.
Okay. Do you think it's important for people to play games?
I think it depends on the type of the person. Sometimes there is person it's so fanatic to the games, and sometimes there are persons that not it may what I say tertarik kepada game.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, interested to the game. Yeah, but in my opinion, the game can release the stress when the people maybe do some the hard time in working. It can release their stress.
Okay. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you.
We'll go to the feedback. Dari pertama ya. Iya, yang saya overall-nya dulu. Kalau overall menurut saya Kak Okto efektif. Efektif nih menjawab sesuai porsi. Jadi di part 1 nih seperti ini, maksudnya porsinya length of sentences, panjang kalimatnya Kak waktu itu pas menurut saya. Kayak gitu positifnya. Negatifnya yang paling kenotis adalah tenses. Itu sih yang pas bilang I gave my parents clothes kayak gitu. I went back to my hometown since I studied in Bandung, semua itu kan past tense. Itu harus past tense semua. Nanti kita lebih detail di situ nanti. Tapi yang paling kenotis itu. Oke, kita mulai dari nomor 1. When do people give gifts or presents? Nah, tadi Kak start dengan kalimat apa kalau nggak salah ya? Oh, Kak menjelaskannya. People usually give presents when they come to birthday parties or apa tadi? Maksudnya Kak mengatakan ulang kalimat pertanyaannya. Itu sebaiknya dihindari. Jadi Kak bisa langsung bilang, it usually takes in someone's birthday party. Kayak gitu. It usually takes, kan pertanyaannya, when do people give gifts or presents in your country? Kita jangan mengulang pertanyaan kayak gitu. Well, atau Kak bisa bilang, as far as I'm concerned, nah itu bisa salah satu kalimat pembuka yang bagus. Sejauh pengamatan saya, kayak gitu. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I see, it usually takes in someone's birthday celebration, kayak gitu. Kayak gitu. Terus bisa, bagus tadi, Kak elaborasinya bagus. Kak bilang, people mostly give clothes, apa tadi? Clothes tadi, selain clothes apa, terus bilang etc. Nah, bagus tadi itu. Elaborasinya langsung kasih contoh. Menurut saya efektif. Jadi jawab langsung kasih contoh, selesai. Kayak gitu. Itu salah satu cara yang efektif untuk part 1. Jadi tidak usah panjang-panjang, langsung menjawab, terus contoh. Tapi ingat jangan mengulang pertanyaan, paraphrase. Oke, terus nomor 2, pernah membawa sesuatu. Ya, pernah bawa sesuatu ketika visit, pernah bawa hadiah ketika visit someone. Kak tadi bilang, yes, I ever went. Saya pernah pergi, kayak gitu-gitu. Jadi hati-hati, selalu past tense. Terus, when did you last receive a gift? Nah, tadi sama. Dari istri. Nah, saya suka ada tadi nomor 3 yang tentang kapan terakhir kali menerima hadiah itu, cara Kak menjawab. Jadi langsung bilang, it was in my last birthday when my wife gave me a smartwatch. Nah, terus Kak bilang it's very useful. Terus Kak jelaskan lagi usefulnya kenapa. Nah, di sini yang saya bilang kenapa Kak efektif, hubungan antar kalimatnya Kak tuh runut begitu. Kak pertama bilang betul. Terakhir kali saya mendapat hadiah itu dari istri. Itu terjadi pada saat hari ulang tahun saya yang terakhir kemarin. Terus Kak bilang, dia memberi smartwatch. Menurut saya itu sangat berguna. Berguna kenapa? Kak langsung jelaskan sedikit, karena ketika Kak workout, itu bermanfaat untuk tadi Kak bilang?
Membantu dalam proses workout itu sendiri.
Membantu dalam proses workout. Jadi runut begitu. Tidak lompat-lompat tapi runut. Nah, itu yang saya bilang efektif. It's very useful. Sebenarnya tadi kalau Kak tidak jawab membantu dalam proses workout, saya mau tanya, why you think it's useful? Tapi Kak sudah jawab. Oke. Karena kadang kalau kita berhenti di situ, examiner akan tanya, why do you think it's useful? Gitu. Itu di luar pertanyaan yang sudah mereka siapkan begitu. Mereka bisa saja lanjut dari kalimat yang kita jawab tapi mereka rasa kurang lengkap gitu. Gitu sih. Oke. Terus ya memang tadi itu tadi. My wife gave, pakai gave. It's very useful. Nah, kalau Kak berbicara tentang fakta, misalkan it's very useful, itu kembali ke present tense, which is correct. Jadi Kak tadi benar. Jadi bukan it was very useful. Kalau it was very useful, kecuali jamnya Kak tidak pakai lagi sekarang. Tapi sepertinya jamnya Kak masih, dalam konteks ini pasti jamnya Kak masih pakai sekarang kan? Jadi tetap pakai present tense. It is very useful, kayak gitu. Dalam konteks ini Kak benar, begitu. Jadi bukan it was, karena kita berbicara tentang fakta. Kalau fakta kembali ke present tense. Itu mobile. Pertanyaan berikut. Tentang games. Sudah lompat ke games. Popular, famous. Ingat tadi. Jadi jangan ulang lagi. The most popular games in my country. Nggak perlu ulang pertanyaan itu. Kalian bisa langsung bilang. The most famous one is Mobile Legend. Nah, langsung gitu aja. Jadi Kak to the point, tapi langsung paraphrase populernya, begitu. The most famous one is Mobile Legend, kayak begitu. Baru jelaskan apa yang tadi Kak bilang. People usually play the games through either personal computer or mobile phone, kayak gitu. Jadi Kak elaborasinya bagus. Kak bilang Kak menjawab Mobile Legend, terus Kak jelaskan orang-orang tuh biasanya bermain melalui komputer atau mobile phone, kayak gitu. Nah, cara-cara elaborasi yang Kak pakai ini sesuai karena runut begitu. Jadi memang tidak selamanya pakai contoh, tapi bisa pakai dari kalimat sebelumnya. Misalkan Kak bilang kan Mobile Legend. Jadi selanjutnya Kak bilang Kak pakai cara elaborasinya dengan mengatakan bagaimana cara orang-orang bermain itu, melalui platform apa, yaitu tadi HP dan komputer, kayak begitu. Nah, kalau Kak pakai either tadi juga bagus, kayak gitu. Jadi salah satu kan, tidak, atau bisa juga orang pakai main satu orang main pakai dua platform sekaligus. Bisa, atau biasanya mereka cuma satu, entah pakai HP atau pakai komputer, atau bisa satu orang main sekaligus pakai komputer dan HP.
Kalau saya harus pilih salah satu.
Oke, berarti pakai either tadi. Maksudnya kalau kamu mau tambah-tambah vocab, bisa pakai either. Biar lebih advance lah, apa namanya, susunan kalimatnya. Oke. Nomor berikut tadi. Do you play any games? Tadi sudah betul. When I have free time. PIS tadi, oke. Yes, of course. Nah, itu bagus. Awalnya yes, of course. Terakhir tadi, do you think it's important for people to play games? Ingat, important tuh krusial, esensial, gitu. Jadi jangan important lagi. Terus it depends. Nah, betul Kak tadi. Bagus tadi pakai it depends. Tidak lupa lagi. Seringkali orang pakai it's depend. Nah, itu harusnya it depends. Do you think it's important for people to play games? Memang di akhir Kak menjawab. Maksudnya Kak bilang itu bisa release stress dan bla 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 setelah mereka bekerja. Nah, kalau saya biasa ada satu kalimat yang biasa saya pakai kalau setelah hari yang melelahkan atau setelah pekerjaan yang melelahkan tuh biasa pakai after a tough day work. So most of people play games to release the stress after a tough day work. A tough day work. After satu saya Of the work. Nah, kayak gini. Jadi setelah setelah seharian bekerja yang melelahkan kayak gitu. After a tough day work. Itu saya biasa pakai, jadi bisa bilang itu. Hanya sebelum masuk ke situ tadi, saya sedikit tidak nangkap ketika Kak bilang it depends on the person itself. Karena Kak bilang ada yang tertarik, ada yang tidak. Itu maksudnya bagaimana?
Mungkin susah menjelaskan sih.
Tapi
Mungkin
dalam
lebih
bahasa Indonesia.
kayak ada kalau orang yang tertarik game itu bakal penting. Tapi kalau orang yang dia sama sekali nggak suka game, itu nggak akan penting bagi dia gitu.
Oke. Tidak akan penting contohnya atau karena apa contohnya?
Karena memang dia nggak niat sama game itu sendiri. Jadi bukan aktivitasnya, tapi objeknya itu sendiri gitu. Si game itu sendiri yang dia memang ada orang-orang yang dia memang anti sama game.
Oke. Wait a second. Oke. Bisa sih, bisa masuk. Oke. Oke. Ya. I think that's it. Yang paling ke notice itu tensi saja. Setelah itu tapi efektif dan idenya dipertahankan. Begitu.
Oke.
Oke. Tapi memang tensis itu dia harus terus begitu. Tidak bisa sekali dua kali. Kalau terus nanti akan ingat kayak gitu. Itu sih. Hanya perlu terbiasa terus saja kalau tensis. Saya sebelum kita selesai, ini sudah lewat waktu sebenarnya. Jadi kalau tadi kan Kak sempat bilang I'm interested, Kak Okto. Jadi kalau kita ngomong sebagai subjek, saya tertarik main football. I'm interested in playing football. Jadi pakai ed, interested. I am interested in playing football. Oke? Kalau mau bilang sepak bola itu menarik, football is interesting. Jadi pakai ing di belakang. Itu sih. Itu yang paling sering kita salah membedakan. Atau bisa mau bilang saya terkagum dengan apa begitu. I am amazed in bla 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 kayak gitu. Atau bisa bilang ini konser itu mengagumkan. The concert is amazing. Nah, kayak gitu. Jadi ed untuk orang, kalau dalam konteks selain orang pakai ing di belakang. Itu sih.
Oke.
Biasa ini kita salah membedakan. Oke, I think it's already here. It's 3:46 p.m. So I think that's all for today because the time is up. Any last clarification question before we end the meeting?
I want to ask something.
Okay, go ahead.
Kalau speaking, misalkan section 1, 2, itu ada batasan waktu nggak ya?
Oh, itu 10-12 menit, section 1.
Oh, iya. Oke. Thank you.
Oke. Jadi kalau belum kita menjawabnya pendek-pendek, nanti akan dikasih topik lain lagi, begitu. Atau dikembangkan dari jawaban kita. Section 1. Oke. Ada 4 kriteria penilaian dalam speaking. Tapi mungkin nanti session berikut ya. Atau teman-teman bisa browsing di ini internet. Itu gampang sih. Maksudnya untuk melihat teman-teman tuh nanti kira-kira di skor berapa, begitu. Nanti kan kita ada progress test juga, nanti kita bisa apa namanya mengira-ngira lah teman-teman tuh di kisaran angka berapa, begitu. Itu sih. Ada lagi? All right. If there is no question, I think we might stop the meeting today. And thanks for your attendance. I'll see you.
Thank you, Kak. See ya.
See you next week, everyone.
See ya.
See you.
Iya,
Gara-gara satu kesalahan.
Ini minggu depan hari Minggu juga.
Ya, waktu yang sama ya, Kak.
Oke.
Oke.
Thank you, Kak.
All right.
Thank you,
See you.
Kak.